Hey, I'm Zachariah. I stole the last parts.
Holy! So you're the guy? Damn it! I heard how you managed to do it with security all over the place. Damn, well done. Need more guys like you around here. Not pussies, men with real fucking balls. Work for us, and I can get you a nice cut of the pie.
Not interested. And honestly, I only wanted to see if I had the right guy.
You fucking with me? Fuck, what, Anton sends you? Dude, let me tell you, if he did, fuck him. He's too damn far to do this shit here. Alright, look, let me tell you. Alright, what we got going on's pretty damn lucrative here. Make a hell of a lot more serum with us than him, you hear me?
I'm not working for Anton, and honestly, the way you run a business, I'd be an idiot to work for you. How many times you gonna hit the same place? Who do you think you're gonna sell your parts to after everyone abandons the city when there's no water or power anymore because of you? Not only am I shutting you down, but just to make sure you learn the lesson well enough, I'm gonna dance a little. Set up the exchange with that Aurora quartermaster if he was a complete stranger.
Some mutants aspire for freedom everywhere, Aurora included. When I learned that the quartermaster was looking to dispose of stocks of merchandise, I sent messengers.
Messengers? Mutant messengers? And he still took the messages seriously?
No, I paid humans, noble-looking ones too. Plus, we have a few sympathizers over there, some of which are merchants who are always more than helpful, for a price.
I thought you didn't want Dandolo in the loop.
Indeed, I had to pay them. A lot. If there's any corporation you want to be heard talking about, just talk about Alliance. Avoid the others. Don't want to start anything.
Hey Zach, count on me if you need some help during the transaction. I've got real-life experience after all.
Phobos, if Dandolo finds out you're plotting behind his back...
He's my ally, Nisha, not my mother. Which means I don't have to tell him what I'm doing at every hour. I think that our negotiator is already there. He must be waiting for us below the shadow path. The hell? Who are you supposed to be? I'm here to meet up with some merchants.
Don't let what I'm wearing fool you. I'm the merchant you're looking for. Figured a disguise like this would help avoid attention.
Consider me fooled. I'm not interested in talking with the soldier. Goodbye. Someday, I will kill that madman.
Who is this mutant? Why did he kill the merchant?
Kane. He refused any type of relationship with humans, and I guess that is his way of showing me that he disagrees with my trying to do business with them. But he failed the negotiation I had been working on for months without even realizing that we need these weapons. Anyway, I guess I need to find another way to stock up.
You idiot! You brutish! He's just fucked up your whole supply plan.
That was his goal, I think.
Do you really think that? Do you really think he would prioritize his issues with you over his plans for Mutant Valley?
I think the two of us hold very different beliefs on what Mutant Valley could be, on its value to our future.
I'm so sorry, Phobos.
Don't be. Had I known that Kane would intervene, I would have never arranged our meeting there.
Kane, what a guy. Looks like he wouldn't hurt a fly. Instead, he'd kill hundreds.
He hates humans, hates their guts, and he won't stop until he dies. And unfortunately, he has a lot of followers. Such a waste. All that time spent for that exchange to turn into nothing. If I find out who told Kane about the meeting, I'd show him what makes me different from scum.
Take it easy, big guy. With all these intercorporation wars, finding weapons won't be too difficult. I could ask around for you.
What? Thank you, Andrew.
We were lucky Kane didn't attack you too, Phobos. He obviously doesn't like you. You're his natural competition for Chief.
I say bring him on. That brute doesn't scare me.
Gentlemen, you are responsible for an awful crime. It's pointless to try to deny it. Several witnesses saw you. You didn't even try to be discreet.
We didn't have to hide. We're carrying out a divine mission, and nobody will prevent us from doing so. Not even you. Come on, guys! For the shadow!
Hey! Get that guy!
By the shadow, stop! Yes. Yes, we killed the soulless mutant. But who cares? They gave their souls to the sun and betrayed the shadow. And their horrid forms became punishment. Why does it concern you?
Whatever your superstitions, over here, mutants are free. And believe me, when they learn that you're behind all this, I wouldn't bet that you'll get out of this alive.
No, no! I beseech you, don't tell them! Think about the turmoil it will create in the city, the riots. How about raising their doubts over something else? You would be rewarded.
Hey there.
What do you want, human?
Regarding the investigation you asked me to do.
Did you find anything? Who killed our brother?
Listen, you were right. It's the gang of fanatics that's behind this murder. But you shouldn't seek vengeance. I know that it's hard to hear, but you're gonna start a riot in town, and innocent people will get hurt, maybe killed.
Listen, man, you look straight. And I thank you for turning in the culprits. But when it comes to the rest, forget it. It's not your business. You're not a mutant. We're gonna make those scumbags pay, and that's that.
I traced it back. Many people stood behind the looter, who isn't even active anymore. The Vori themselves were behind it. Don't worry, they won't steal anymore.
Thank you. We're gonna launch a big campaign of repairs. Thank you again.
Zachariah, what can I do for you?
I'm looking for my friend Scott. He just disappeared. Any idea where he could have gone?
Can't say that I have. He's not at the caravansary, though. If you want, I can check with my informants. Might have joined the caravan that just left, though. Your pal looked like he was missing Ophir, honestly. Then again, maybe he was kidnapped. Never can tell.
Just let me know if you hear anything. I need to find him. Thanks for the help.
My pleasure, as always.
We found the Aurora convoy you wanted us to hit. I got the uniforms you wanted, but sorry, Dandolo. I couldn't bring myself to start another war.
That was naive, Zachariah. Both corporations, with or without you, are working on their own excuses to return to war. Aurora for pride, and abundance for revenge. You only delayed the inevitable.
Fine, but their blood won't be on me.
Need I remind you that we welcomed you with open arms when you had nowhere else to go? Fine. Fine. I have another matter that you can take care of to make it up to me. Remember earlier when I told you Ophir's Vori have their sights set on Noctis? Want a foothold in my city that'll let them reach the other corporations? Well, the thought's been eating at me. Makes me sick to think of their violence intruding on this city. Luckily, up till now, it was just a distant threat. Scuffles in our fair city and the attitudes of some of our newer inhabitants make me wonder why they haven't already found their way in.
What do you want me to do exactly?
Investigate. Suss it out. You know the Vori, their methods, probably even some of their members. If they're here, I'm sure you'll see them. When you do, lure them out, then kick them out. We don't want them here. Oh, one more thing, probably nothing. I'm sure you're aware the ASC now controls Ophir. And, as I'm sure you can imagine, its constant surveillance makes it difficult for our underground matters. All thanks to new asinine restrictions created daily, like a tightening noose. So I need you to smuggle some of our merchandise in through the city's underworks, as you call it, to one of our clients. And since I know you know them well, it should be a cakewalk for you. And lucrative. Very lucrative. My property manager will give you the goods.
I'll do my best. They found some ancient documents. Looks like they date back to the settlers, but they're written in a language I can't read.
And I thought you Technomancers were so well versed in our old dialects.
Maybe in Aurora. In Abundance, we're soldiers first and last. We learned some colonial knowledge during training, but the languages are barely taught. The Great Master was the only one who had that kind of knowledge.
So, now you need a Technomancer from Aurora to translate. I might know of someone, a renegade of sorts who left Shadowlair to become a hermit. Word was, though, your former comrades captured him. If he managed to hide what he was, he's probably a captive in one of their forced labor camps.
Then getting to him won't be easy.
Exactly. But if you want your document translated, you might just have to find a way.
Hey there. I was told to come find you.
Looking to smuggle merchandise to Ophir? You've come to the right place. Hope Dandolo explained the risks.
Not really, but I know Ophir well enough. You probably just didn't want to worry me.
You may think you know the city well, pal, but you've never tried to go through it with contraband. You find yourself caught by customs agents or guards, and they ain't gonna slap your wrist. Good luck!
I I know you're wondering about the origins of the contraband. Listen, Dandolo isn't the kind of person who will willingly lose clients. It doesn't really matter what's in here. There isn't enough to put the people of Ophir in any real danger.
I figured that might be the case. I'm getting the impression that I'm acting as a delivery boy.
Maybe you could learn something from all this. Nothing's ever as it seems when Dandolo is involved.
Welcome, welcome.
Dandolo asked me to check in with everyone around here. Just wondering if you've been a victim of threats, extortion, or robbery lately.
Look, why are you looking to rock the boat, huh? There are men that you don't want to mess with. But if the prince trusts you... Yeah, a couple of scary-looking guys have been making the rounds, threatening a bunch of us. We pay them loads of serum, or they say they'll bankrupt us. Those that said no are slowly losing their businesses.
How's that?
Their merchandise is getting stolen or ruined. One got beat on his way home. The rest of us are staying scared and paying what they want.
Where can I find them? Nah, don't worry. They won't bother you after I'm done.
Yeah, they just don't make things worse for us, you know? The ones I've seen hang around the center of the market.
Then that's where I'll go. Relax. It's gonna be over soon.
This isn't Ophir. Noctis's heart lies in its market. And once you control the market, taking the whole city is merely a formality. If this keeps up, Dandolo has a right to be worried.
Sir, please, help me! Sir, I'm sorry to... I heard you help people around the city. Heard you had compassion for those in need. I'm sorry. My name is Carlotta.
Zachariah Mancer. What can I do for you?
It's my husband. He's gone. He just... I know he's dead. I know it. Whoever did it, please. Find whoever did this to him. Find those men.
What men, ma'am? You saw men take your husband?
No, I mean, I don't know. Some men came to find him a while ago. Threatened him, saying they wanted him to pay him serum in return for their protection. He said no, and their threats got worse. Then one morning, when I wasn't there, something happened at the shop. Everything was overturned, broken, and Fabio was gone. I know they did it!
All right. It sounds like the Vori. And if it is, unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna find your husband alive either. I'm sorry. But do you know where I could find them?
Last time I saw them, they were around the community soup. Please make them pay for what they did.
I'll do my best to find them, ma'am. You've got my word.
This feels bad, Zachariah. That man who disappeared, he ain't gonna be found alive. And Ophir's mob's just pouring into Noctis.
Do I see Vori and Noctis? No, look at that, I do. Your cover's blown. Get out.
Sure. Right after you.
I want to make sure you understand a few things. First, I'm a Technomancer. Second, you know someone that can get shocked so bad that they permanently forget their own name, right? I suggest you think about those two things while you start packing.
You think whatever you could do to us, our boss wouldn't do worse. Think again, pal.
Since talking's not... My name's Technomancer. The Merchant Prince sent me to give you a message. You're not wanted here, so get the hell out. End of message.
Message received. Now return this message. Eat my ass, you prick. My boss said we should stay, so we're staying. End of message.
There's the reason I'm not surprised you're still just a grunt among the Vori. Let me help you out a bit. You know what happens now that you've been spotted here. 1, you're smart and you leave, or 2, the Merchant Prince is gonna pin your ass down naked in the desert for a long, long date with the sun. Then watch you die a slow, painful death.
You're not right in the head, Mancer. Yeah, we'll leave, but I promise Anton's gonna make you pay for this.
Never would have thought they'd disguise themselves so well. They're either getting smarter, or someone a lot smarter above them is calling the shots. Anton must have put his top men here. I knew that tall guy at the city entrance looked familiar.
Now there's a familiar fucking face. The notorious wanted Mancer from Ophir. You have any idea how much serum your head's worth? If the boss hadn't told us to stay away from that contract, I'd have it in a bag right now.
Do you happen to have a job for me?
Need serum, huh? Huh. Maybe you could do something for me. We haven't been here for long, but we came with a couple girls and got our hands on some local business. No matter where, there's always a need for this type of service. But girls have been disappearing for several days now.
Maybe they left. We're not in Ophir here. People can move around freely.
I would have believed if we hadn't found their pimps' bodies. The guys were taken out the dirty way. We think someone out there kills those guys and kidnaps our girls. Find who's doing it. Make them pay. Then find our girls. Hopefully alive. Though I got a feeling that ain't gonna be the case. I can show you on the map where the pimps' bodies are. Go there. You might learn a few things. We toss them into the canyon not to draw attention to our little problem. That way.
I'll look into it. Try to find the assassin.
Perfect. Do it. You'll get a reward. Hey, the mattress back.
How'd you find Noctis? Not like it's on a map.
Just like everyone else here, a smuggler got us in. And why wouldn't we? Ain't everyone welcome in Noctis? Total opposite of Ophir. We just blended in with the crowd escaping that shithole city. And the rest is the present. And damn if I don't love this place. So much opportunity. A breath of fresh air unlike the stale bullshit of Ophir. A lot of serum to be made here. Not as much corruption, for sure, but we're working on that.
guy's in bad shape. The assassin must have been crazy mad. His face was sliced to pieces with a knife. The wounds are deep. His face is almost gone. Here's the other one. God, he's no better. He's also unrecognizable. You still find the same tenacity, the same deep wounds. It's strange. The assassin is either ambidextrous, or there are several of them. There are blows that hit from the left and then from the right. Anyhow, whoever did this must have really hated them. It must be quite a group of people, judging by their job. I just need to ask people who knew them well enough in order to find out who could have held such a grudge against them. Girls who were kidnapped, for instance. Hello. Have you heard anything about the pimps who were killed? Maybe you knew them.
It's a small world, honey. We all know each other. But why are you looking into this?
Let's just say I'd like to find your missing colleagues, and your pimp's assassin as well.
A righter of wrongs. I thought that he only existed in stories. That's cute. Listen, rumor has it that this militant man roams around, and he wouldn't be the nice type. That he had a few words with our men. Some say that he's just a guy who's trying to claim a share of the market, you know what I mean? A new one who's trying to make a name for himself, but the pimps don't like it, which means that there must have been some fighting. Does that help?
Yes. Thank you. Hello. Have you heard anything about the pimps who were killed? Maybe you knew them.
No, not at all. Who are you, by the way? It sounds like we're in abundance.
I didn't want to worry you. I'm just trying to find out.
Forget it, will you? Anyway, I haven't been here a long time. Don't know anyone. So give me a break and go ask your questions somewhere else. I don't want any trouble.
All right. I'll leave. Hello? Can I talk to you for a minute?
Every minute I'm talking, I'm not working. And my honey doesn't like it. But you're cute. I'll do you a favor then. Go ahead.
You must have heard that some of your colleagues are missing, and that one of the pimps died?
Yeah, of course I heard about it. And we're all scared shitless since it happened. We're targets. Like any time some weirdo wants to have a little fun. Why are you interested in this?
I'm trying to figure it out. Find a weirdo, as you say.
Yeah. There aren't many people who think about us, but I'm willing to believe you. Some clients are violent. It happens. It's sad, but it's the job. But there's something else. A bad guy who isn't even afraid of our pimps. He got into a fight with them, I think.
What does he look like?
And me? I look like a corpse, maybe? I've never seen that guy. I've heard about him, and that's fine by me. I've had enough problems. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to get back to work.
That girl is strange. Maybe it's just fear. The client I was told about, though. That guard deserves a little visit. I heard that you had had a few words with those ladies' pimps. Maybe to get your hands on their herd.
What? What are you talking about?
Write something with your right hand and then with your left hand, please.
That's a little twisted. What if it makes you happy?
Hey, you're not that nimble with your left hand. What kind of illegible scribble is this? You're really not ambidextrous.
I don't get what you're talking about. What's this all about?
Prostitutes have disappeared and their pimps got killed. Total carnage.
Listen, I won't deny that I'm often a client to some of the girls, but the ones I usually see are always in the neighborhood. If I ever had issues with their pimps, who were real scumbags, I wouldn't have killed them. A good beating would have been enough.
I see. Really sorry. Wrong lead. Girls must have lied to me, or hidden something from me. We'll have to keep an eye on them, otherwise they're likely to betray me. Nah, this girl doesn't stand out. I won't learn anything from her. Weird girl. She's acting so...
Hey, you're in love or what? Give me a break or show the serum.
She saw me. I'm gonna have to wait a bit before tailing her again if I don't want her to suspect anything. Weird girl. She's acting suspiciously. Different from the rest. I'd better tail her discreetly. Maybe she knows where the missing girls are.
you here?
It depends on who is here. You got something to tell me?
I like the smell of lichen smoke.
Me too. What are you doing here? You could draw attention to us.
Wait, I wanted to warn you. A weird guy, a Technomancer, I think, is asking everyone questions. He's very nosy. He's looking for you, talking about how he wants to catch those pimps you killed.
Shh, don't say anything. You know if he followed you?
I pay attention, don't worry. But I wanted you to be aware of what's going on. The Vori probably paid him to investigate.
A Technomancer? All right, listen. Thanks for the info, and get back to work quickly. I don't want you to have any problems. We'll take care of it. Yes,
I like the smell of lichen smoke.
me too. You can come in.
Oh, you're the girls who went missing, right? Everybody thinks you were kidnapped. Killed, maybe.
Not everybody. Those scumbags who are exploiting us and those who are asking too many questions, that's all. We did what was necessary to get our freedom back. Nothing more.
And you're hiding now? You know that those assholes, as you like to call them, want you to resume work.
You work for those scumbags, right? Get out of here. Leave us alone.
All right then, but I'll be back.
Hey, the Mancer's back.
Maybe if you were a little more discreet, Dandolo would never even know you were here. Now he does, though, and he's pissed. And so am I. You come here and bring your dirty little work. Even killed a man, didn't you?
Fuck off. Who the hell do you think you are? Certainly not my boss. I was told to set up shop here with my men, so I did. What, you think we came to learn pottery or something? And in case you forgot, you got a job to do for me. We had a few dead here. Want to be the do-gooder? You better take care of these guys.
Maybe I wasn't clear enough. You're in real trouble here. I know you fear Anton, but Dandolo can be even worse than your boss when he wants to be.
So what? What are you suggesting? I go back to Anton, my tail between my legs, because some merchant sent his pet Mancer to scare me? Then Anton feeds me my own liver? Right. Sounds like a plan. Fuck off and leave me alone, will you?
I tried to reason with you.
Anton's gonna break your neck for this.
Go talk to Anton. Otherwise, he won't stop sending men until we cave, and he wins.
Listen, we heard how you kicked the Vori out of here, and to tell you the truth, it makes us very happy. Finally, someone ballsy enough to get rid of those leeches. We just couldn't keep living our lives like that, knowing each day we were selling our bodies, our dignity, to fatten those pigs. So we took back our freedom the only way we could. By force. We bled out the two pigs watching us. And now we're obliged to hide.
You didn't pull any punches. Your pimps were not only dead, but they were also in pretty bad shape.
Yeah, we were angry. And we also wanted to cover our tracks. We wanted people to believe that it was a crazy man who had done it, so that their boss believed that we were dead too. It almost worked. You know, that guy is really a top-notch scumbag. And the crook that sent you, he threatened us, beat us, raped us. It was torture to work for him. And if he learns that we're alive, he'll kill us. Or make us wish that. We don't want to live with that threat hanging over our heads. We've already done most of the legwork. Take out that asshole. Please. It's the only way for us to truly be free.
Alright, I'll take care of it. But I hope that Anton never learns that you are behind all this. He'd probably come get you himself if he hears that this guy's dead because of you.
No worries. I'm sure that the fat one didn't tell the big boss that we had disappeared for fear of getting his knuckles wrapped. There's no reason why Anton would be aware of our existence. Thank you for helping us. I'll never forget it.
I think I know the camp Dandolo mentioned to you. It sounds like their main camp, so I wouldn't be surprised if the man you're looking for is there. And I want to go with you. Have a few things to settle there. This is important to me, Zachariah. What they do to the prisoners there is inhuman. I just want to help as many as I can.
You're not telling me something, are you?
I was a prisoner there once. I can't tell you what they did to me. I'm just asking you. Take me with you.
I get why you'd want to free him, but it also makes me nervous about letting you tag along. If we get there and you let your emotions run away with you, it's my life you're risking too.
You know me better than that. You've seen me keep my cool in the worst situations. Think about it all you want, but I'm the one who knows that camp by heart, remember? It's gonna be more dangerous for you to go in without me.
I always feel funny seeing the city from a distance.
That's because it looks like a big old beetle with its metal shell. Wait for a sandstorm, and you'll get to see the beetle fly. Who wants to stick around for a sandstorm? No? No takers?
I'm getting a bad taste in my mouth. I can almost smell my people's blood and sweat from here.
I've been spending my whole life sneaking in and out of this city. Getting sick of it.
As long as Vic the Dick is around, he'll be hunting for Zach, and we'll have to keep a low profile. But if it bothers you so much, I can drop you off here.
I don't want new friends. I'd rather change our destination.
Ophir's quite ominous from a distance, like a big black tick hanging above the canyon, sucking the life out of its citizens. Sorry, was that too dark?
Hey, the Mancer's back. Hell do you want?
One of our cases is stuck in limbo. You remember? The girls who were disappearing?
You trying to do a good thing in the hope of redeeming yourself?
It's not really what I had in mind. No. Actually, they're the ones who were sending me to obtain their freedom for good.
What a fucking traitor you are. This is the last time.
traitor! Get him!
Mr. Mancer, the sight of your face has started to give me agita.
Looks like your dreams came true. Your men finally found a way into Noctis.
You don't seem happy about it. I take it old Dandolo got wind and put you on the case. Yeah, I was just thinking he'd been a little too apathetic lately. But give me some kudos, will you? With my men there, now I have access to the whole damn planet. This city's quite the wonder. And those merchants, sheer genius.
You want kudos, Anton? Maybe if your men killed a little less and thought a little more, then it would take Dandolo longer to discover who was behind the death of the merchant that refused protection. But now he knows, and he doesn't deal with threats to his people gently.
Sure. And I'm sure you made him pay for good old Dandolo. That's the game, though, isn't it? I play my part, they play theirs, and you play yours. So let's let bygones be bygones. What would you say if I sent a small group back to Noctis? I'd promise they keep a low profile. A foothold in Noctis grants an all-access pass to the corporations, and we'd just be shadows in the shade.
If your men keep quiet and stay out of the way, fine. But if that changes...
I'm a man of my word, Mancer. It's a done deal, on my honor. But I have one last thing for you. Victor's already set up camp in Noctis, if you need my help.
Where'd you hear that? Dandolo never said anything to me.
I'm not one to donate information, but it's a funny story, so I'll make an exception. You see, the Prince Merchant is a smart man, but not a wise one. He forgot one important thing. The city thrives on the backs of those who lack loyalties. And mercenaries lack, among many things, loyalty to anything but the serum. Serum that is doled out quite generously by the Colonel in exchange for their undivided attention to his needs. And soon, the Zealots taking refuge in Noctis conferred their loyalties to Victor based on the concocted dreams of a free pass into heaven for their services. A parade of idiocy from start to finish, one and all trading loyalties for their magic beans of choice. If you're looking to learn what the spies found out for the Colonel, I'm sorry to say I haven't a clue. But I do know I'd pay a tidy price to see the look on Dandolo's face right about now.
Guess we all have our little amusements. Thanks for the info. I gotta go.
Then go.
Holy shit. You come all the way to Noctis and still can't get away from Victor. How the hell did he manage to make it here? I better figure out what the hell's going on and find his spies before it's the end of us.
Oh, a big day. The day we'll meet the man who holds all of Ophir's slums in his hand. Interesting.
Hey there, you the painter?
Yeah, that's me. Got something for me?
Pigment delivery.
You got everything I need, that's all I care about. Kinda surprised, though. Thought we'd seen the last of the deliveries from our little merchant friends, given what happened. Don't know how the hell you did it.
What are you talking about?
Hell, you don't know. Victor had a caravan stopped and every poor bastard in it tortured. Truth is, they ain't just rumors. Our informants never let us down before. You better be careful, Mancer. Really careful. Oh, one last thing. Keep the deliveries coming. And I know you want to know if I'm a painter, and those are really just pigments. Better you don't dig too deep, though. Safer for everyone.
If what she says is true, then there's a good chance that the ASC infiltrated Noctis. I'll have to find out who they are, and where they're hiding, so that we can feel safer.
Zach, whatever happens, you need to promise me Noctis won't fall into the hands of those scumbags.
We're gonna do what we can, and I'm sure Dandolo's not the type to ever lose a fight either, so...
Then we'll all fight together. I just hate knowing the ASC somehow wormed their way in here. It's just a dirty feeling, like knowing your home's infested with cockroaches or rats or something.
Don't quit while you're ahead. Ha 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 ha. Oh.
The road to Noctis.
Hush up. As we close in on the city, I'll have to dodge a shit ton of potholes made by the fuckload of traffic. So I'm gonna need absolute concentration.
When we get there, we should go say hello to Dandolo. He hates it when I don't stop by to peck him on the cheek.
I still like this city. It was the first human place where my brothers could roam free.
I didn't see many of you there, though.
So many memories over there. So many bad ones. The nostalgia of spending hundreds of hours in the unloading area, filling and emptying Marcello's sand sails. Is nostalgia the right word? Because past aside, it feels like home now.
He's dead. It's over. You're free now.
Thank you. You can't imagine how much better we feel now. You hear that, girls? We're gonna be able to live finally.
So, I have some troubling news about your friend, Scott.
Where is he?
Mutants spotted him near the Shadow Path. Come here. Let me show you on the map.
Why would he go there?
Haven't the slightest. There's an abundance outpost there. Might have been taken there by force. From what my informants told me, he looked like he was in a precarious situation.
Thanks for the info, Dandolo. Owe you one. So I went out to see if there's any Vori in the city.
Can I put my mind at ease now?
They're out. Put your worries to rest. I really doubt Anton will send any more our way.
Fantastic. That is an enormous weight off my chest, Zachariah.
Got your merchandise to your client, but while I was there, she told me something troubling.
What's that?
Victor apparently stopped the caravan, tortured and killed its merchants, but he didn't kill them before they told him where Noctis is, and from what she heard, your city's about to be overrun by ASC.
That doesn't quite... All the caravans sent to Ophir have already returned. Strange. Knew we couldn't hide forever. We could try, but... Knew the ASC snakes would slither in at some point. Thank you for the heads up. I'll be sure to send a little something to my client in thanks, too.
I'm sure the ASC's in Noctis. Maybe they replaced the men in the caravan and snuck in the city like that. I'll look into it. If it's true, we need to find the bullshit merchant sooner rather than later.
Zachariah, do you hear yourself? Don't be so paranoid. I told you not to worry, didn't I? Now listen, if you find there's truth to it all, we'll act, and swiftly. But until then, they're just rumors, nothing more. I need another favor, Mr. Mancer. Seems looters have taken to attacking our caravans in the canyon leading to Ophir lately. They would have likely come down to the city in order to fence their spoils. They haven't. This makes me doubt that the thieves are free agents. Perhaps they're working under someone else's interests. But I'd like to have more than a suspicion, and I'd like it to stop. Set up a counter-ambush, catch the looters red-handed, make them talk.
Got a more specific plan?
Bean hatching one. You hide among the merchandise on board one of the caravans, belonging to a merchant I fully trust. When the attack hits...
Then I head back, get as rough as I need to until they tell us who's sending them, and who their mole in Noctis is.
Smart man.
I'll think about it. Right. Dandolo sent me.
You're the Mancer, right? He told me about you. I've already started talking about the routes I'll take in the future. If there's a spy, he'll hear about it soon enough.
Good. Then if you're ready, I'm gonna hide in your merchandise.
Get in my sand cell and hide among the cargo. You should be safe there. under attack! Get out, quick! Get out!
Who sent you? I can't. The ASC would kill me if... Should have known you worked for Victor. Who told you where to attack?
A merchant. The one who always gives us information. Dressed like that one over there.
We're under attack! Get out, quick! Get out!
Who sent you? Should have known you.
Zachariah, what can...
I stopped the ambush and interrogated the looters. Right all along. Victor's behind it all, and he's got a man in Noctis feeding him information. Apparently one of your merchants, but they don't know his name.
A merchant? Bullshit. There's not a merchant alive here who'd betray Noctis. That being said, a man came recently. A trader who left his corporation because he said they were threatening him. He was short on details, and maybe long on lies. Bet ya he's our Mo. Trader, merchant, all the same to the people of Ophir. Not to me, though. Not to a merchant. Maybe you could pay him a visit.
We'll see what he has to say.
I don't feel safe anymore. The amount of violence around town seems to grow every day.
You, sir, just came at a fortunate time.
Welcome. Well.
Welcome! Welcome.
Do I know you? From Ophir?
Ophir. Yes, the threats of the secret police forced me to leave the city.
And somehow threatened you enough that you're now working for them?
I won't be taken alive, Mancer! Stop! Stop, please. He has my family and threatened to kill them if I didn't tell him where the caravans were. I promise. I didn't have a choice!
That's how Victor works. You have a weakness, he'll exploit it. Get out of the city, and don't come back. Dandolo's not one for betrayal, for any reason. You stay, and you won't live long.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Zachariah, what can I do?
You were right. The traitor was dirty. I barely started asking before he unwound.
You're an intimidating force, Mr. Mancer. Then what?
I told him to get out of Noctis.
And now what? He runs to his master and divulges everything he knows about our defenses, our city. Your pity might well cost us more than just one man's life now. But who am I to judge you not killing a man? We've seen too much blood already in these times. Forgotten life is sacred. Maybe he won't survive the trip. It's a long trip to Ophir on foot. Beneath the sun, among the creatures, brutal. So we'll cross our fingers and hope it does him in. Thank you for your efforts, even if I wished they'd taken a different turn.
Can't do this. Unfortunately, this is beyond my skill level.
You're just an old fool, aren't you? Risking your own neck to shelter the rogue. Well, if your neck's no value to you, it's no value to me either. I'm off to a fear. Soldiers, abundance has fed its parasites for far too long. I think it's time we stop some of the leeching.
No, stop! Listen to me. Let me... Oh!
If I don't step in, they'll kill him.
Guys like that make you hate Technomancer altogether. You better get a move on and get something quick if you want to find your professor alive.
Zach, you came. I thought that it was all over. Thank you.
I wasn't gonna let those thugs kill you, but I'd like to know what you're doing here. Why did you disappear?
I was missing abundance. I was hoping... Anyhow, that was silly. I'm sorry. He tried to torture me, you know? He wanted to know where to find you, but I didn't say anything.
I don't really understand how you ended up here. Anyway, let's get back. You're in bad shape. I can't figure out what Scott was doing in the desert with Alan. I better find some witnesses who saw what happened. Get to the bottom of it. Can't do this. Hey, Brad.
Zachariah, how's the hunting?
Got your last specimen.
Tell me you did! The shield-toed skin. Wonderful. Oh, what you have done for science. You are invaluable. I am forever indebted. You've given me years of study, and when I finally publish, you, my friend, will find your name in the acknowledgements.
Captain, good to see you. I found refuge in a city that doesn't belong to Abundance, if you can believe it. But it seems that Victor managed to infiltrate it. I know I'm asking a lot from you, but if you have any information on this...
We're talking about an act of aggression toward a foreign power, and what I'm telling you is akin to treason, Zachariah. It's almost sure that Victor is preparing an attack upon our refuge city, but not with our own troops. From what I was told, he has hired mercenaries and even embedded some of his men. The craziest part of the story is that he's preparing a war without an army, with the sole goal of capturing you. At this stage, that verges on psychosis. He's obsessed with you. Watch out. He's becoming more and more vicious, and he won't stop at anything to capture you and your Technomancer colleagues.
Thank you, Captain. Unfortunately, this is beyond my skill level. Fortunately, this is beyond my skill level.
Traitor, get him!
Hey, officer. Should I be worried about your visit?
If I was still an officer, maybe. I'm as much on the run as you are now.
Maybe I should start calling you something else then. What's your name?
Zachariah.
A pleasure, Zachariah. How can I help you?
I'm afraid that the ASC managed to infiltrate the city where I'm currently living. Thought that maybe you could help me. You seem to be up to date on what they do.
Victor. Our nemesis. Very well. I'll tell you what I know. Victor got his hands on a commercial caravan, tortured its members in order to find out the location of their notorious secret city, the mysterious Noctis. He managed to send some of his men there. So take this with a grain of salt. But now I'm convinced Victor's got both mercenaries and religious dignitaries on ASC payroll there. Watch out, Zachariah.
Thank you, Bulgakov. I know the ASC's in Noctis, and I bet they got in pretending to be the crew of that caravan. They gotta be embedded in the population by now, hiding in plain sight. If they're pretending to be merchants among real merchants, that's not gonna fly too long. If they were smarter, they would have come in as refugees. Better start asking around. I'm sure folks aren't buying it. inspected this camp.
Judging from Nisha's face, not something pretty. I feel like I'm driving a hearse.
Whatever you're thinking, it's 1,000 times worse. You're taking us to hell.
But aren't they called work camps?
More like prisons, where the primary goal is to break spirits and destroy free will. Their final products are submissive beings akin to farm animals, and their methods end up destroying some and brainwashing the others.
I wonder if we'll find Charles. Good chap indeed. Didn't you tell me he was on vacation at one of these camps?
Far from it, Scott. That's the fake excuse his assistant was given. Charles is most likely detained there. If he's at this camp and he's still alive, we'll find him.
This Aurora Technomancer we search for must be hiding in plain sight. He'll be very discreet, so we'll have to look for someone normal. Almost too normal.
I hope we're able to free the other prisoners. We could help them get a fresh start in Noctis.
I know you want to sit with the cool kids, but my rover can only hold so many people. Sorry, can't take everyone.
If we can distract the guards, I can get Dandolo to send a rescue team. It wouldn't be the first time he's done that.
If Dandolo can bring the manpower, we can bring the diversion. We'll free them.
Words alone cannot express my hatred for this place.
I warned you.
You misunderstand, Zach. Coming back here free, armed, with my rights returned to me, it's priceless. Thank you for bringing me. I can't tell you how much it means to me. Words alone cannot express my hatred for this place.
I warned you.
You misunderstand, Zach. Coming back here armed, with my rights returned to me, it's priceless. Thank you for bringing me. I can't tell you how much it means to me.
go through here. I won't be able to force this lock. I need a key. Unfortunately, this is beyond my skill level. Fortunately, this is beyond my skill level. Need a key to open this door. Need a key to open this door. Unfortunately, this is beyond my skill level. Need a key to open this door. won't be able to force this lock. I need a key. I won't be able to force this lock. I need a key. Can't go through here. Fortunately, this is beyond my skill level. Fortunately, this is beyond my skill level. go through here. Unfortunately, this is beyond my skill level.
If we can unlock this gate, the prisoners can get out and hide while Dandolo sends in backup.
I'll take care of that then. The more people we can get out of this hellhole, the better. Nisha, are you all right? Hey, are you Professor Charles Seeker?
I am. And you? You are... What does a Technomancer want with...
Long story, Professor. Just know I'm a friend of Scott's. We looked for you in Ophir. Even got our hands on some of your notes, but,
My research notes? On Technomancers? How? I coded them to make sure those ASC thugs couldn't read them. Did you manage to read them?
I just gave them to Scott.
Oh, good. Good. I'm sure he deciphered them with no trouble. Scott's eccentric, I know. A little unstable, even. Especially since he lost his child. But even still, he is the greatest mind in abundance. A genius who's focused his research on people like you. Technomancers. I'm sure my notes, which I pray no one but you and Scott will see, will be a great service to him. I was able to prove nothing, really, but my work pointed to a high probability that the abilities of your kind stem from what Earthlings called gene therapy.
Not sure what that means, Professor.
Yes, of course. They modified genes to cure disease, provoked mutations, modifications that got passed on to offspring as well. Look, in theory, at least. A theory I will never get to test now, I'm afraid. Being held here. Well, I suppose it's better this way. Undeniably incredible research, but research that could also, unfortunately, lead to the enslavement of your kind. Cast you as just another mutation to be contained, you know. Afraid of what they don't know. And while I'm sure there was good intention in their creation of your mutation, no one can say what that reason is.
Can you keep this a secret, Professor?
My lips are sealed. Now and forever. No one else will ever be privy to my research.
Thank you, Professor. Take care. Hello, I'm looking for someone. A rather old man.
What is the man doing in the camp?
He was locked up here because he was living away from corporations. He's a technomancer like me, but way older. And he comes from Aurora.
He is not sure, but he believes he recognized that the old man had the Aurora way of speaking. But he thinks that the man is mistaken because he is not a technomancer. He doesn't make lightning bolts. He is a mechanic, not a good mechanic.
Thank you very much for the information. Hello, I'm looking for someone.
A man? He doesn't mingle with men. Men avenge themselves upon them, so he stays away.
All right, I understand. Goodbye. Hello. I'm looking for a prisoner. An old man from Aurora. He's a former technomancer.
There are no technomancers here. You would be killed right away or sent to a camp as a prisoner of war. You're in the wrong camp. This here is a rehabilitation camp for deviants, dissenters. It's supposed to get us to think right again. Sorry, I don't see.
Maybe he hid what he was. He used to live far from the corporation. Maybe they mistook him for a deviant, an outcast. But he must have kept some of his mannerisms or accent from Aurora.
That could be George. I've always thought that he had a funny way of talking. He works as a mechanic. He really looks burned out. But the funny thing is, I once heard him say he was barely 50. You think he was at least 20 years older. He must have had a really bad life, worse than ours.
That could be him. Technomancy tends to age us faster. Thank you. I'm looking for an old man. He's from Aurora, and he used to be a technomancer.
Well, you're looking for him in the wrong place. It's true that there's a guy with a funny way of speaking, but I can't believe that he's from Aurora. That sounds crazy. What would he be doing here?
Who is that man?
His name's George. An old guy, as you said, and the way he speaks sounds funny. Anyway, as if he were making fun of us with complicated words. He's a mechanic, though.
This could mean that he studied within the elite in a corporation that were a little precious. Thank you. Hello. I'm looking for a man. A man in your age range. A technomancer.
A technomancer? Here? You must be mistaken, my boy. There is no technomancer here. The prisoners of war are sent elsewhere. Here we are taught to think like good citizens of abundance.
How old are you? 70?
50 years old, but I had a hard life. Unfortunately, that leaves its mark.
Like technomancy takes its toll as well.
I don't know what you mean. I don't know anything about technomancy. You should talk to someone else.
I've heard that mechanics isn't your forte. It's a good hideout, isn't it?
The person who told you that I'm not good is simply bad-mouthing me.
If you say so. But this doesn't explain the way you speak. Polished for a mechanic. Listen, let's cut to the chase. Just let me look at your temples and that'll be it.
You are the pain in the neck, you know that. Very well. I am the one you're looking for, and your relentless questioning puts me in jeopardy if the word gets out here.
I specifically came to this camp in order to find you. You brought back a dome lost in the sands, a tablet that I'm unable to translate.
It is written in the settlers' coded language, one they use for their important data. By all means, I can translate it, but this type of thing can take time, and I can't do it here.
Come with us to Noctis. I am sure that you'll find a place to stay.
Noctis?
the city of the merchants. It's an independent city. There you won't have to fear Aurora or Abundance.
Well then, I'll follow you.
What that old man did was pretty amazing. Didn't manage to let a single person know he was a Technomancer or from a rival corporation. All while in a camp made to break you. Made to brainwash you. That's no ordinary man.
No one would know how much willpower a Technomancer needs to resist more than you.
Yes, that's true.
Let's go. I'm glad to leave this place.
Me too. I don't care where you take me. Anywhere is better than prison.
It stank like fucking death in there. I don't know what to say. I feel ashamed. I'm from Abundance. What they do to people in there... inhuman.
To think that even Ophir looks like a paradise after seeing such a place. I am grateful, however, for we managed to save a few souls.
You okay, Nisha?
No, not really. I don't want to talk about it right now.
I get that the place could have triggered some bad memories. I'm sorry, Nisha.
Hello. This is Patience, the Technomancer you told me about.
Ah, nice. Free of that shadow-forsaken labor camp. Must have been a living hell. A sincere pleasure to meet you.
Yes, nice to be free, but to be honest, I'm now stuck with no place to go. Can't and won't go back to Aurora. And Abundance was always so accommodating that I can't imagine the hospitality if they had known about my talents. Damn the ASC. And ever since my little desert refuge has been discovered, it's become a tad less cozy. Here I am, no roof, no real belongings. Only thing I have is this guy here who won't leave me alone until I translate some ancient text for him.
Well, I can't help with Mr. Mancer's needs for a translator, but I can give you a roof. It's the Noctis way, for we say, give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. Welcome to your new home, Patience. There are some empty houses in the northern part of the city. I'm sure we can set you up there.
Thank you, and a sincere pleasure to meet you, Dandolo.
Welcome. Well,
Hey, did you by any chance see a caravan come back from Ophir lately? Would have had some members who might have looked different than they did when they left.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. And they're no regular merchants, that's for sure. They've been trying to blend in, imitate our accents, pose, all that. But not that well. They try damn hard, though. What happened to the real merchants? No, forget it. I don't even want to know. Scares the hell out of me. Rather not know.
Fair enough. Thanks.
Welcome. Well.
Repent! We won't have access to the Blue Paradise so long as we are not all absolved of our sins.
I had something else in mind. I came here to ask for some information regarding your parishioners. Did you notice any strange behavior among some of them?
My parishioner's life is none of your business. You're not one of them, and yet you take the liberty of judging them based on your corrupt beliefs. You are not a believer. You are just one of those pragmatic cynicals, a bad seed.
Listen, preacher, we might have significant differences, but I'm sure that you only want the best of your flock. And I heard that a man from Abundance has tampered with some of them in order to conquer this city. I guess that he spoke badly about me because he knows that I'm against this invasion. I've seen too many people suffer from the war. And in addition to that, Abundance does not tolerate public temples, which would put an end to your lectures.
An invasion? Really? By the shadows! That old son's henchman hadn't told me that. And my temple? You're saying that they're forbidden there? How awful! I must stop that evil being! Send him back to roast under the nefarious beams of his master! I'm surprised his servants weren't mutants, but maybe they were in disguise. More pressing, however, is it that these servants have convinced some of my followers and now have come here to tempt me. Do not worry, the shadow has opened my eyes to save my soul. But has it done so for my followers? The mutation is preparing to make its way towards them. A pity.
Can never be too careful with religious types, so I'll have to keep an eye on these folks. They can spread ideas like wildfire.
most exotic goods on the planet. All here, in one stall.
I'm looking for information about a caravan that recently came back from Ophir.
Ah, yes. Yes. The merchants who aren't, you mean? Yes, I knew the caravan's chief. And, yeah, the one who came back kinda looks like him, but sure as hell doesn't act like him. This might sound crazy, but seems to me all those merchants were replaced with... I don't know, but they're not from here. And instead of selling their goods, they're busy asking around about the guards and stock and that sort of thing.
Can you point them out to me?
I could, but I won't. I don't want any involvement. I don't want to be replaced. I'll just tell ya, they've been regular clients since they came back.
Fair enough. I'll just keep an eye on your clients for a while. Thank you. So we know the spies are embedded in certain groups, but to find out who the spies are among them, we're gonna need to keep a constant eye on all of them. Can't do it on my own, though. Gonna need all my brothers and sisters to take turns, so we can stay discreet.
Greetings, Zachariah.
I'm gonna need everyone's help. ASC's infiltrated Noctis, and as you already know, that's not a good thing.
We just got away from them. Why can't they just leave us alone? What? What do you want us to do about it? Most of us are terrified of them. They're immune to our powers.
I understand your frustration and your fear. I wasn't there, and don't even want to imagine what they put you through. But we don't back down from fear. We're military. We fight. And I will be damned if we will back down from a few fucking ASC spies with lightning rods.
I hope you can see our secret's at risk. But I agree, the best defense is a strong first attack. If we hide and wait for them, we put our secret even more at risk. So what do you propose we do?
From what I can tell, the spies have weaseled their way into 3 groups. But we can't move until we know which members are from the ASC. Moles disguise themselves as mercenaries, religious zealots, and even merchants.
Then I'll dispatch some eyes to keep tabs on those groups.
Thank you.
You know how lucky we are that your Technomancer friends are gonna help us? It's terrifying to know how many groups were infiltrated. The damage they could do could bring Noctis to its knees. You really think Victor's gunning for control of the city?
He just thinks it's an obstacle he can eliminate with the sweep of a hand.
Then he's misjudged the size of the obstacle. We're a lot stronger here than he could possibly imagine.
Looks like patience is gone. Judging by the mess, I doubt he left willingly. Bet you all the serum in the world the fucking ASC's behind all this. They need to be stopped before they overrun Noctis. And I need to find patience. Fuck, and the tablet. Fortunately, this is beyond my skill level.
After trailing the groups you mentioned, it's obvious that they each have a few people among them who aren't just looking for you, but purposely seeding unrest in the population and maybe pushing for an uprising.
Then we need to stop it.
Here's a description of everyone we found. Give me your map. There. I've marked every place you can find them. Shouldn't be hard for you to get them now.
Zachariah, I was just starting to worry.
What for?
Bad news, I'm afraid. The ASC's not only in Noctis, but they're starting to threaten its safety. I know you did what you could to get rid of their spies, but if you stay here, they'll come back. And now we may be open to a direct attack from Abundance. I'm sorry, Zachariah. They're after you and your friends. I can't risk the safety of all my people for just you.
So you're turning your back on us?
No. I would never turn my back on a friend. I set a meeting for you with the Technomancers from Aurora. Their arms are open. You'll be safer from Victor with them by your side. You just can't stay here.
Why are you helping me?
A scratch on the back for what I hope will be a long-term relationship, Mr. Mancer. They'll meet you under one of their shadow paths. Take the map. You'll be well received. Now get going. As soon as you can gather your things and friends together. The longer you stay, the more danger those of us around you face.
How'd you manage to get in touch with Aurora's Technomancers?
Wasn't easy, but we have agents in all of the corporation's cities. The equivalent of Nisha, but not as easy on the eyes, lives in Shadowlair and was our point on this little mission. Their Technomancers are quite knowledgeable, powerful, and I assume the idea of having one of their counterparts from Abundance join them and give them a little upper hand probably put a few smiles on their faces. But their chief's name, it's slipping my mind. Profanity? No, something more. Chastity, promiscuity, generosity. Yeah, that's the one. Their chief's named Generosity, I think. He's quite chummy with the Dowser wisdom, I hear. Shouldn't be too hard for him to make you feel welcome. So set your mind at ease.
we're headed back to Aurora. This is the definition of insanity. Do you think they know how many times I've attacked them?
I'm really sorry, Zach. I'm sure Dandolo would have preferred to keep us all in Noctis. It makes me uncomfortable, but we can't keep Noctis under Victor's crosshairs. He wouldn't hesitate to wipe it off the face of Mars just to get his hands on you.
I don't know about that. Big Bad Victor is definitely a manipulative rat, but he's gonna have a lot of trouble wiping out a city like Noctis using a couple of harebrained schemes.
To think, after all these years, I'm forced to join the enemy. Disconcerting, to say the least.
I don't want to make light of a bad situation, but doctors and scientists are welcome there with open arms.
And pathetic drunks? How are they welcome?
Do the corporations differ all that much? I know you were raised to think so, but as a mutant, I only see humans bickering over petty squabbles. The differences don't matter now, especially since they're welcoming you with open arms. Supposedly, Technomancers are treated well.
Here's the truth. I know this transition's gonna be hard for you. Aurora may ask you to fight against your former corporation. You may end up on the battlefield against men and women you knew from before. And at least there's no chance of coming up against an old Technomancer buddy, because they're all with you. Well, except for that Snake Allen. But that doesn't really matter, right?
What bothers me is that they're gonna commandeer my baby. I'm warning you, Zach. I like you, but if they try to take my rover, I'm out. So fucking out! It's me and my rover or nothing.
We're going to take you down! You won't get away! The last fight before freedom, Zachariah!
Release him. Let him serve as our messenger. I hope, Zachariah, that you'll forgive this little charade. But it was a means to an end, necessary to ensure peace of mind, the safety of Noctis, and those who will now welcome you. The ASC now believes you uprooted yourself to Aurora, where they will never go looking for you. So, keep a low profile here, and you'll have nothing to fear. I hope that suits your needs. To send you to Aurora was never really an option. The political climate is not exactly conducive to a Technomancer. And here you have Phobos, who's offered to open the doors of his home to you. But I'll leave him to explain this better. Your brothers and sisters will follow you. Be well, Zachariah.
Like I got ripped off. Dandolo had planned everything from the start. The costumes, the rover repair, and he even let Victor settle down without a word. All of that just to organize a fake meeting.
What did I tell ya? A douchebag with real nice clothes is still a douchebag. Even though he totally fucked us over, I gotta say, what you just did back there, real classy. Victor the Dictor's probably having a little tantrum.
I'm glad you find it amusing, Amelia. Go south, by people's refuge isn't far away. But you have to know where to look, or you'd never be the wiser.
What's it like? Magical city hidden away in a floaty island or something?
Nothing like that. It's a valley, or perhaps more accurately, a crater. There is vegetation there unlike anywhere else. Truly something you've never seen before.
A secret place that's one of a kind? What the fuck are we waiting for?
I wonder, how does your valley, city, state, whatever you call it, work? How's the ecosystem? Do you all take turns farming? And is there a monarch? I mean, do you have princes? Or do you have a people's assembly, like Abundance?
We avoid centralizing power, so we have orators. Orators come from the people and speak for the people. And if majority rules, then a decision is accepted. As we get larger, we will need a chief, especially in times of conflict. But it will be up to the people to elect a candidate.
I'm used to not being welcome wherever I go, but this place, won't we be despised for who we are? After what they've all been through, the grudges they hold against mankind, are more than understandable. But I'm worried, Phobos. Will your support be enough to grant us safe passage?
I believe so, but I'll also need to ask for Scum's support. He's our best orator, so as long as he's on board, it won't be a problem.
Farewell, Noctis. I'm sorry to have to leave you this way.
I'm sorry, Nisha.
Stop. It's not your fault. It's Victor's. I just hope I can come home soon.
You can do your business here, but you cannot enter the valley. No human is allowed there.
There must be a way to make an exception.
Sorry, Phobos. You know that I respect you, but I am following orders. To be honest with you, it is for your friend's safety. I do not know how they would welcome them in there. Maybe if another speaker supported them.
I will go see Scum. I managed to see him. He offered me something. Scum is an important figure here, one of the great speakers. People listen to him. If he supports you, you will be able to get in without being lynched. But he wants you to prove yourself by helping a group of mutants. From what he hears, a group of mutants have escaped a labor camp. They have not arrived here, though, so he fears they have found trouble. We will need to find them and see what has gone wrong. Bring them safely to the valley, and you will not only earn their support, but Scum's as well. Quite the asset.
All right. Do we know how they were supposed to get here?
The shortest and safest route to take is the canyon, right here.
Let's go see what happened to them.
And there we go. Set for another round. Do you think one day we may get to settle down?
I don't know. Is that a problem?
Not at all. I'm used to it, and it's one of the rare things I appreciate about merchant life. I wasn't made to just sit around.